Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To throw, here's Nix. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Complete beyond the marker. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's on the move. That's incomplete left side.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes the pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Nix. That finds Vele complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing here, Nix. It's caught, McLaughlin. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Broke through the tackle.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
with Nix. Complete to Mims. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They'll run here on first down. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Nix off the play action. Getting out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They've got a man in motion. It's Nix out of the pistol. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Escapes the pocket. Connection made with his back deep downfield. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Second and 10 now. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Another throw for Mahomes. And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement for us on our final play of the opening quarter. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They've got fourth down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away. Throwing again, Mahomes. Flush down out to his left. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Got it deep down the left sideline. And he drives this forward to the 6. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the red zone now. Touchdown, Kansas City. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, ooh, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Play action with Nix. Rolling out to his left. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Again on second and 10, Nix. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing third and long. Nix from the gun. And once again, they can't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. And they're going for this. Complete. It's Ingram. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. To throw, here's Nix. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought it stalled out is going to carry on.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll throw again. Nix. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Man, they had to be exhausted by that point, Brock, which makes it even more impressive that one of them somehow found the energy to force a fumble like that, finally get them off this field.
Yeah, it's thrilling for the defense, Kate, but, geez, it's demoralizing for an offense because you could feel it. You could feel it when you've kept that defense and ground them to a nub, and you just feel that energy being sucked out of them. And to not take advantage of it just stings that much more.
Offense up to the line fast. First down throw, Mahomes. He lofts it deep left. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's looking deep once again. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Going for it on 4th, Nix. They connect for the 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Nix to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. They connect on the deep shot. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Short pass brought in. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Riley Moss with that tackle.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Off play action, it's Mahomes. He has it at the 5. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs continue piling onto this lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number 1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters into his own hands.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Worthy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
2nd and 10 now. Here's a loft deep down the middle. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tack on 7 more to their lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, the largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so now it's going to be 3rd and long. Knicks. And they pick him off again. Leo Chanel makes the play. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's Knicks out of the pistol. McLaughlin's got it. Complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Knicks now to throw. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Oh, the football's loose. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And he rocks the tackler. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Chiefs capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs continue adding on to that lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Fielded at the 7.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action with Knicks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, the core component like the pass rush today isn't there, or the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the middle, and they pick him off again. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Butker to try the point after. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead.
Harrison Butler to kick off for Kansas City.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Return starts at the 3.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Andre Estime. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's a give up the middle. Through the second level at the 40. The 30. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos put at least a tiny dent into that lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
The Broncos will line up.
He's throwing for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Well, there was no hesitation there. I mean, none whatsoever. Putting the offense out to go for 2 there, Brock. And really, at this point, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, you got nothing to lose. And really, this decision made before you ever hit the field offensively. From this point forward, you're trying to get as much as you can, as quickly as you can. And that means these 2-point conversions.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Buying some time right. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Butker with the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Broncos football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. runs to the line for second down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
36-yard line.
That finds Vele complete. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Knicks off the play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
10. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's complete to Vele. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Again on second and 10, Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos just want to get out of here with how this one has gone. Finds Mims. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll throw again. Nix. And they pick him off again. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's caught. He found some space. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He fires one deep down the right sideline. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Connects with Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they take their first skirmish with...